This is Burna Boy. Now, before the Grammys and the BETs and the record-breaking streams and the filling up of stadiums, there's a dark secret that hides in the past of this Burna Boy. Do you remember when Burna Boy said, "I came into the music industry straight from UK prison"? This was what he was talking about. In the early 2000s, Damini Ogolo, also known as Burna Boy, was living in Port Harcourt, also known as PH City, as at a time when Port Harcourt was known for cultism, like notorious cultism. You cannot escape the life. You either live it or you live it. It is this close to escape the life. Allegedly, he lived the life. I don't know if you've heard the song where he said, "I did Port Harcourt when they killed Soboma." Those of us in Port Harcourt know who Soboma was. For this Burna Boy to have a relationship with Soboma, another reason why you should fear him. Later on in the early 2000s, when he was still a teenager, his mom sent him to the UK to study. But we already know the stubborn Burna Boy said, "No, school ain't for me." He chose the gang life. Name it, the proper UK gang life. He lived them all with his gang. Long story short, they were involved in a serious gang fight that cost someone's life, and that led to this Burna Boy's arrest. Burna Boy and his gang were sent to prison, but because they were underage, they were minors, they were sent to the Queen's Correctional Facilities for minors. And there he spent about a couple of years. Then he was bailed on parole. He was granted parole. But guess what this stubborn boy did? He fled UK and came back to Nigeria. For those of you that have heard about his UK ban, that was how he came about. He was banned from coming to the UK for about 7 to 9 years or thereabout. Even if that was a bad idea, I think it was also one of the best decisions he made and the best choices he made, because that was what led to this Burna Boy becoming what we know today. But thank God the music career turned out well, because imagine where Burna Boy for day by now. Fast forward to about 12 years after this Burna Boy started that career, he went from this notorious gang member to this one of the biggest, in fact, the biggest star in Africa and one of the biggest stars in the world. So thank God this young Burna Boy decided to make that decision to start up a music career and start doing what he loves. Because I mean, imagine what would have happened to this Burna Boy if he never chased music. You've heard him say it on Twitter one time, "If not for music, probably I for don't buy by now." That is actually serious, because this guy really lived the gang life. So my Twitter users that are always going to throw this Burna Boy online, just hide your identity, because you can't tell. Once a gangster might just be always a gangster. Is that the experience again?